Oh, wait for everybody. Kanisha, the creator here. Whoa, whoa. That's so weird. I had just drank some water and then my voice just started cracking up. Don't worry, I'm going to be drinking more water just to make sure my voice doesn't crack up like this. Sheesh. Here we are with JaidenAnimations, my funniest fan interaction.
One time I was at an arcade and saw someone with an Ari bag, so I went up to them and said, "Hey, I really like your bag." She turned around, looked straight at me, and said, "Thanks, it's from JaidenAnimations."
Yeah, she probably seeing this video feels awkward as heck, being like, oh no, that was Jaiden who just interacted with me.
Big number on YouTube website, you'd probably expect me to be recognized fairly frequently when I'm out on the town. I
I
would
mean,
definitely
mostly,
get
yeah.
recognized here and there, but given that almost all of the content I've posted is me in cartoon form, it's much less than you'd think. I don't
I
really
mean, I
expect
guess
to be
that makes
recognized
sense.
unless I'm going somewhere that attracts people who are more online, such as conventions or Hatsune Miku concerts. Of course, I've been in plenty of IRL content on other people's channels, so it's not like no one knows what I look like. But that barrier has given a bit of cushion on how often people will notice that JaidenAnimations is in their vicinity. The majority of my fan interactions are very positive and follow this
Well, I'm
general
glad that
flow.
they're very
Are you
positive.
JaidenAnimations? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah. Alright, thanks. Bye. It's simple. It's streamlined. Everyone's happy. Of
Well,
course,
I'm
not
glad.
every interaction goes like this. And naturally, people always want to know about the outliers. The bad interactions. The weird ones. Any freaks out there that you've met, Jaiden? I'm lucky enough to be able to
That's
say,
mostly what
you
the
guys
audience
are
always
pretty
asks
normal.
is like,
There's not
has
really
there ever
any
been any
special
weird
experience when it
interactions
comes to
with
fun when
fans?
people ask me that. So thank you. Gold star to every single person I've met in my entire career so far. However,
Hmm.
I do have some funny stories I've collected. Like one time, Jacob and I were sitting down at the Toadstool Cafe to film for their video about Nintendo Land when this one guy walked by and recognized Jacob. Oh my gosh, are you Alpha Red? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah. You know, everything's going as per the script. At
Yep.
this point, I piped up and asked, "Would you like me to take the photo for you?" And as I said that, Jacob and I both saw that the guy suddenly recognized my voice, and therefore me. Now knowing there were two YouTubers at that table, he started to ask if I was Jaiden, but mid-sentence realized that if he was incorrect, it would look a little tiny bit racist. You know, you
And
can't
a
always
bit
assume
awkward,
everything can go
obviously,
without
because if you
recognization,
weren't
even though
her,
90% of the time
if
it's
you
incorrect. So he ended
weren't
up pivoting
Jaden, then
halfway
he
through
would
to cover
think
for the mistake, which
that, oh
ended
my
up like
gosh,
this. "Would you like me to
this would
take
be
the
the
photo
most
for you?"
embarrassing moment of
Oh,
my life.
correct me if I'm wrong, but who are you? Of
Like
course,
the
we
way
knew what
he,
he meant. I say I'm Jaiden, everything is fine, we all take a photo
I
together.
know,
But
but
being able to see the line his brain took in real time was so funny. It's one of my and Jacob's favorite stories because he
hey,
knew
and fair
so
enough,
well.
the
Like,
way
I
he,
completely understand what happened. But
the
also
way he
asking,
said that
"Sorry,
is
but
hilarious.
who are you?" to someone offering to take a photo is just I would love to meet that guy again and just tell him how much we love that interaction. Dude, if you're out there, I hope your Toadstool Cafe booth is good. Because ours wasn't. There
I'm
actually have
sorry
been
about that.
times, though, where people have thought they've run into me and were just wrong. I've seen tweets tagging me like, "OMG, just met JaidenAnimations," as I'm currently sitting at home looking at a photo of some poor random Asian girl. When we were all on tour for Scribble Showdown a while back
Yeah,
in Chicago, I
that's the
accidentally
one
went to go
thing
look at
that's
the
the
beam, and
problem is
James
some
ended up
people
getting
will
recognized. While he was
confuse
talking to the
people
group of
for other
people, one
people.
of them saw Emily and went, "Oh my gosh, it's Jaiden." James immediately starts laughing his ass off trying to correct them, but somehow wasn't clear enough because when they were all taking a photo, they were like, "Jaiden, get in front." Another time, when Jacob and Joe posted a video of themselves playing Mario Wonder in a GameStop, at the very end, Joe turned the camera around to the girl filming and said, "Are you JaidenAnimations?" The bit being it was our friend Sarah Moon, who is not me, but what has been called Jaiden by confused viewers in the past for really no reason, but still, hundreds of people in the comment section of the video still thought she was me anyway because Asian girl.
Seriously, guys, come on. Y'all can be able to take a joke, like y'all should be able to figure it out. There has to be at least one fan who was like, wait a minute, I have seen her pictures. That's not Jaiden.
And you'd think people would catch on to the joke, but so many
No.
more people.
Some people are just ignorant like that. They don't always catch the
afraid of being racist.
signs.
Not realizing they're still not getting it. Sarah and I genuinely look nothing alike. But just pointing at one of us and going, Jaiden, will convince hordes of people in comment sections without fail. It's like
Which is really sad. Like, get clear information before you assume anything.
The San Diego Zoo with some friends. Honestly, to hype it up a bit, the San Diego Zoo is awesome. I legit went there 3 times during the 3-day event, which to the math nerds out there means I went to the zoo more times than the actual convention. Anyway, someone ended up coming up to me with an excuse me that I registered as I was being recognized.
Okay.
Turned around, expecting the typical fan interaction. Sorry to interrupt, but are you Amaru?
What?
I was stun locked. It threw off my whole script and I accidentally blurted out, oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm just Asian. And the guy didn't really have anything to say.
I mean, to be honest, what can you say after somebody says something like that?
Dose of humble for me, though. I got a kick out of Emily and Sarah being called Jaiden, and now I've been struck by the Amaru hammer. Look, I'll be the one to say it, though. None of us look like each other. We're just Asian women on the internet, and not even the same kind. So, yeah, if you ever think you see your favorite Asian creator in the wild, make sure you double check.
Exactly. Make sure you double check and make sure that that is actually who you think it is.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes. I didn't mean to go off on this whole tangent about people accidentally being racist. I'm sorry. There were just a lot of instances of it. We can get back on track now. The very first time I was recognized, not in like a convention setting, was in a random Target. I was walking down an aisle chatting with my friend Kelsey.
See, this is what most people worry about. Is like, what if I go somewhere and then just get paraded by a bunch of people while I'm just trying to get groceries at Target or something?
So I was completely shocked and not prepared. I was in ugly house clothes, no makeup, hair wasn't washed, literal bridge dweller, and was in the middle of my first public fan interaction.
Hey, fair enough. People aren't always ready.
Some people have told me I sound exactly like how I do in my videos, and others say I don't, so I have no barometer on what I actually sound like. The person was super sweet. This isn't like a crazy story.
Well, I'm glad that she was sweet.
In my mind because I was so embarrassed and unprepared for it, mentally and physically. This next one was when Jacob, Captain Kidd, and I were in Hawaii for Pokemon Worlds. We'd all just arrived at the event and were checking out all the fun decorations Pokemon set up. Since all of us have made a good amount of Pokemon content, a lot of Pokemon fans were recognizing us and asking to take photos. A well-intentioned mom ended up taking notice of how much attention we were getting and asked us what we did for a living for all of these people to be coming up to us. Jacob explained we were
fair enough.
and she lit up, saying her son watches a lot of YouTube, pointing down at the young boy hiding behind her leg. In an attempt to connect with the kid a bit, Jacob asked what YouTubers he watched. I like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, fair enough. He is a very popular YouTuber.
No way! Did you know she was in a Mr. Beast video recently and won? Instantly, the kid jumped up. You know Mr. Beast? Well, like, kinda. I talked to him before, but will you tell him to give me $1 million? First of all, hilarious.
See, absolutely crazy. Whenever children will walk up and like, can you convince Movable to give me $1 million? It's like, yeah, there's no such thing as a free give up. That would never happen.
Base set first edition Charizard. Little dude, do you know neck right now.
Probably
The card
not,
is written like 9
considering
times
how
long as
young
well.
he
I have no
probably
idea
is.
where he got it from. Like, you always see those, can you give me a bajillion dollars? Comments on Mr. Beast stuff. But it was surreal to witness it in real life. Like, it's real. Gold chain Charizard Mr. Beast kid has been cemented in my memories. And he didn't
Which
even know who
makes
we were. Also, for the record,
sense.
after I won the Mr. Beast cube, my emails were an absolute wreck of random people begging me for money. Can you give me money? May please get some money? Hi, JD. Not my name. Just SK,
Exactly,
thank you.
not
Or
her
someone
name.
straight up sent me a PayPal invoice for $10,000 with no
Which is
message attached. Just
absolutely
an
ballsy.
outstretched,
Like,
grubby little
what?
hand in my inbox.
Heck
Guys,
no, I
I
ain't
didn't
paying
win
that.
any money from that thing. You can stop emailing me. We gave it all away to various artists all over the globe to support them through their art
And that
school,
is
which was an
great,
incredible
because it's
opportunity.
hard to
I'm
start
very
as
happy
an
for all the
artist.
artists, and I wish them all the best of luck with their degrees. But stop emailing me for money! Gosh, I don't even want to know what Mr. Beast's DMs look like. One time,
Oh,
my
yeah.
phone screen died on me. Not my fault. So I had to take it to a repair shop. This was, unfortunately, during a time when my car's driver's side mirror was smashed. My fault. So I also had no street legal car to take me back home while I waited for my phone to be fixed. Needing to kill 2 hours, I ended up sitting in a nearby Burger King equipped with my Switch to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure and an iPad as a second monitor to watch YouTube videos. I almost made it the entire time with no issue, but like some sort of pathetic Scooby-Doo villain, my plan was foiled as a nice girl came up to me and quickly said, "I really like your videos," before walking back over to sit with her friends. Now, the interaction itself was completely fine. I'm just embarrassed at what it looked like on her end. Internet personality JaidenAnimations sitting completely alone at a single seat table in a random Burger King. No food in
Yeah, oh
sight,
my
just a
gosh.
table covered in
Yeah,
drugs
that
by
would
some
definitely
sort of
be
27-year-old
embarrassing.
iPad kid.
I'm
She didn't
glad that
even
I'm
let me
only at
explain
1K
my situation.
subscribers and
Just
I
said,
don't really
"I
show
am
my face
walked
that
off."
often.
So,
So
kind
I'm never
girl,
gonna have
if
to
you're out
really
there,
worry
or even still a
about
fan, it wasn't as
people being
pathetic
like,
as it
oh my
looked. It was
gosh, are you
pathetic, but it's not
Kanisha
that
the
bad. I was
creator?
just passing the time. Please resubscribe. I feel like I lost you that day. Speaking of unfollowing out
I
of
doubt
shame,
that.
a couple of years ago, I went with some friends to my first furry convention. The furry
Woo.
convention isn't the shameful part, though. That itself was great. The actual shame began when my group wanted to check out the 18 plus section,
Oh
mainly out of
boy.
curiosity and entertainment. I sheepishly followed them in, and just as I was thinking to myself, man, it would sure be unfortunate if I got recognized while in here. Oh my
I
god,
mean,
are you
usually people
JaidenAnimations?
would think that in this kind of
Yeah, so
situation.
admittedly, there's a single photo out there of me, a fan, and a very colorful background. Quick moving on from
Even
that
if
one.
they put it
This
on the
story is
internet,
by
they would have
far the
blurred it out
most I've
anyway.
ever been recognized out in public in my entire life. There's probably a teeny little slight possibility I curated it myself by accident, but it was when I went to a Hatsune Miku concert in
Ooh.
California. The community somehow has caught on that I like her, and said community was
Which
all
makes
right
sense
there in
because you
Twinstar.
made plenty
Before
of
the concert,
videos
I was getting
explaining
recognized
how
like
much you love
every few
Hatsune
minutes,
Miku.
which is very not normal for me, but completely fine. I don't mind at all. Eventually, everyone was led into the venue. I was meeting a few more people inside. Then the lights went down, and we all got to enjoy the concert as per usual. However, when the show was over and the lights turned back on, everyone rotated 180 degrees to head to the exit, which meant people could see my face again. We would make it a few
Which
steps
is
forward, get
really
stopped,
crazy.
then three more people would
Yikes,
come
I
up,
mean,
and I'd suddenly be against the wall,
dealing with
all
that
the while
many
my bored
fans
friends just had to
while
watch it
trying
all
to
happen and
escape
wait for
out.
me. For the first time ever, I needed to figure out a way to get out of there, or else I would have been taking photos with the entire concert audience as my friends withered on the floor. Sarah put her big
Yeah, I
hoodie
feel
on
so
me,
bad
another
for
friend
them.
gave me their sunglasses, and suddenly, I vanished. No more JaidenAnimations. Poof, she was gone. The Clark Kent strategy actually works. Sarah
Woo!
and I quickly head to the exit, swishing past unsuspecting Miku fans, and it wasn't until we made it all the way to the parking lot where we turned around and realized downside was the disguise was so overly effective, even our friends didn't know who I was anymore. At least
No,
now I know
no.
if I'm ever in a sticky situation, a simple hoodie and glasses is really all it takes. I will no
Yeah,
longer
I'm
be making fun
glad.
of Superman's public disguise. Dude knew what he was talking about. Despite all of these stories, if you ever see me in public, please don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'm more than happy to meet you or take a photo. Again, basically every person I've met who watches my videos was absolutely wonderful. These stories included. And I promise I
And
won't
I'm
make a
glad
video about you
that
if you
some of these fan
accidentally say something
interactions
a
were
little
fun
awkward.
and
Unless
funny.
it was really funny and the world needs to know. Also, I can tell when you recognize me, I've essentially got a spidey sense for it by now, and it's more uncomfortable for both of us if you just stare at me for 30 minutes and then leave.
Yeah, like,
Please
why are
just
you
stay
staring?
away or
Say
something.
hi.
It's okay. I'm lucky to have such a normal and kind group of people watching my content, and I do really enjoy getting to meet you guys. I guess if you take anything from this video, make sure you know it's actually me. This is
Yeah.
not me. This is not me.
Yep.
This is not me. I'm this one.
Yeah.
Hope that helps. Man, it has been.
I know, but many people, they'll probably be like, well, why didn't you give a real picture so we can fully get you, who you, what you look like? But to be honest, if she wants to do it via animation, let her do it through via animation. She doesn't always have to give away a picture or something. Anyway, guys, that was JaidenAnimations, my funniest fan interactions. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.